Hey, how you doing? Well, I just want to. I'm just trying to create awareness for people, you know, who are trying to buy their first home. Excuse me, or people that's already presently have a home, because there's just a lot of things that people are think that they think that what's going on that's not going on. And so, if you're trying to get your first home, it's a lot of things that you really need to know that your realtor's not going to tell you because it's going to question, is it better to rent or to own? And the way things are going these days, for me, I'm saying personally, it's like the best thing to do is to rent, especially the way things are going now. I, some people take 10, 15, 30 years, mostly 30 years to pay off their mortgage. All right. And a lot of people don't understand this. And just to keep the numbers simple, let's say your house costs $300,000. Okay. And they say usually when you pay off your home, took you 30 years to pay off your home. All right. House costs you $300,000. They say when the time you're done paying that house off, you own about three houses, two for the bank and one for yourself. And so it's like that $300,000 house, it don't cost you $1.2 million by the time you paid it off. Like I said, you give the bank two and you keep one because of the interest rate, which is greed, greed, greed. And so now you don't paid your home off. You're all excited that you paid your home off and you're going through the American dream. You know, the American dream is to get your home. American dream to me was to have a home and be debt free. Because usually about 60, maybe 70% or whatever your income is, 60% of that goes towards your mortgage. So what I'm trying to say is this. Your house is paid off and you think it's time for you to just, relax. Your home is paid off. It is paid off, but you still got to pay rent on it. Which I'm just trying to create more awareness to this because you still got to keep paying property tax on something that you already own. And that's what's so irritating. And a lot of people don't realize this. It's like, well, my home is paid off. Why I got to keep paying this? And that's the problem. You go to Canada, you pay off your home is completely paid off. You own the property, you own the land. You go to Africa, same thing. Beautiful homes over there too. Pay that off, you own a home and a land. And the same with Thailand and China and Thailand. Same thing. But United States, they just want to keep taking and taking and taking from us. And so I was hoping that people get this message because I'm trying to create awareness to spread it on to someone else because now it makes you think all this money that you put into your home, you could have been putting some of this money into some kind of investment that you could have put it in an investment and grew way more money than what you had in your home. Because when you own a home, you got to take care of the plumbing, the roof, any kind of repairs that goes down, you got to take care of it. And you got to pay homeowners insurance. And depending on whatever gets destroyed in your home, if the insurance is going to take care of it. Because I had damage in my ceilings from water damage. And they didn't pay for it because they said it wasn't structural. It's a little crap like that. Then like I said, you gotta pay this homeowner's insurance. You gotta pay property tax. You gotta pay this ripoff HOA. Gotta pay HOA. And out of my neighborhood, we got a little small park with a little water pad on it. And they keep raising the HOA fees and they haven't done nothing. So those are the things that you got to face being a homeowner. Even after your home is completely paid for. So you go out here and you go rent your home. And whatever the rent may be, that's what your rent's going to be for the whole year. So you don't have no unexpected HOA fees, no unexpected insurance fees, and most importantly, no property tax. Because when this property tax goes up, some people's property tax might go up, depending on their escrow, it might go up an extra $300 to $400. So you're over here paying $2,700 a month, and your escrow gets short. Now you got to cough up another $300 or $400. And then if your home goes up in value, your property tax goes up. So if you're paying $2,700 and the county says your house is worth this, and so now you got to cough out another $200 to $300 because of your property tax. So sometimes that's what I'm saying. It makes you wonder, is it worth having a home? Yeah, you get this equity, which is wonderful. Equity is wonderful. And like I said, you took 15 to 30 years to pay it off. And let's say you got, let's take a good sum. Let's say you got let's say you got over $200,000 in equity, which is very, very feasible. $200,000 in equity. You're all excited, And here's where the problem comes in. There's two scenarios. All right, when you get older, things start happening to you physically. Some people, they get on disability. And they're like, well, my home is paid off. I'm getting a disability check. I'm kind of okay. But the situation is, you're like this. A lot of property tax is causing people to move out of their homes because it's getting too high. So here's the catch. You get that, you sell your home. Okay, you sell your home. Like I said, you made an equity and you made like $200,000 in profit. Now, you got to figure out, where can I find another home for $200,000? Which is going to be very, very hard to do. Then on top of that, if you made over $150,000 in profit, Uncle Sam wants to charge you capital gains tax. It's like 16%, and they're trying to raise it to over 30%. So that's more money that's coming out your pocket. And that $200,000, they take probably about, like I said, 16 to 30%. So that could leave you, what about $180,000? Then on top of that, if you have a disability, this is where it gets really upsetting and kind of scary. You get a disability, and now you got $180,000. Disability is going to be like, hey, you got $180,000. You don't need to be on disability no more. Swipe. So now you don't have your disability no more. So now you got to go figure, what can you do with $180,000? It seems like a lot of money, but in this state of the world, you're going to have to find somewhere to live. You can't own nothing no more. So those are the things that a lot of people don't realize. It's like an ever-ending cycle. They just keep you in the loop, And honestly, I feel if you took 30 years to pay off that mortgage, that is a triumph that a lot of people haven't done. And like I said, you don't pay 3 times the value of that home. You should be able to be living comfortable. You should be able to be in your home and it's completely paid off. You shouldn't be paying property tax on a home that you already own. You shouldn't have to do that. But all they want to do is take from us. You're at that age, or even if you're younger, you're at that home you paid off. If you lose your job, you shouldn't be concerned about how am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to pay my mortgage? You shouldn't have to be there because your home is paid off. You lose your job, the only thing you should worry about, wow, my home is paid off. All I got to do is worry about my food and utilities. And that's how it should be. And like I said, out here in Texas, a lot of people are losing their homes because of property tax. A lot of people are on disability. Like I said, they got a set income. And every time the house value goes up, which is amazing, but every time it goes up, property tax goes up. Your mortgage goes up. And it's like, hey, I can't afford to stay here no more. So now they're forced to sell their home. So I'm just trying to let people that's getting into their first or second home to really start looking at what they got ahead of them. Start looking at your numbers. Start looking at, is it easier to rent or to own? Take some of that money and put it into some kind of retirement plan. Because 30 years taking care of this home, buying this home, can you imagine the money where you could have been financially if you didn't have this home? Remember what I said, you buy a home, you're buying 3 homes, 2 for the bank and 1 for yourself. 300,000, 6, 9, 12, that's $1.2 million. It costs you $300,000, but you have to pay $1.2 million to get it paid for. And you still don't own it. So you see what I'm saying? So be smart, take your money and put it in these investments. Crypto, all these CDs, something that's going to make you more money in the long run. Because you go ask any money advisor, if you spend, especially you took 20 or 30 years on an investment, you will have way more money doing it that way than owning a home. Shucks, that way you could have bought you 2 or 3 houses with $1.2 million. You could have been renting, and all that extra money that you was paying towards your home, towards HOA, towards property tax, you could have been putting this money in some kind of IRR account. Money that's going to make your money grow. Because I'm just starting to realize, especially now, because I got lucky. I have 3 homes. Okay, and I sold my first home. Very excited, had equity in that house. And realtor took some money. Capital gains took some money. Then I bought my next home. I love this home. And I got hurt really bad, really bad. And I was in that home, shucks, I had like 11 years left to pay on my mortgage. And I was in an area that everybody wanted to move into. And so, like I said, I got hurt real bad, and I ended up getting on disability because of my situation. I have a heart situation, back situation. And so, when I sold my home, my thing is like, okay, I want to be out of debt. And that was my biggest thing. And so, when I sold my home, I had to pay the realtor over $22,000, which is crazy. And then I had to pay capital gains tax because I'm single and I made over $250,000 profit. All right, and they took over $28,000, $30,000. Okay, so I had so much equity, I was able to come into my new home here and pay it off. Like I said, I'm thinking, oh, okay, my home is paid off. I got a set income disability, and it's like, property tax out in Texas is outrageous. So now I got to pay this property tax every single year. You know, property tax has been averaging anywhere between, I don't think I'm tripping, between 7,000 in my area, between 7,000 to about $12,000 a year. So you divide that 7,000 by 12 months. You know, so it's kind of like you're paying $700 a month. That's what you got to pay. And your disability is only a certain amount. So that $700 taken away from your disability. I mean, you got food and utilities. Then you got HOA. You got homeowners insurance. And now your disability check is not enough. That's why it's forcing people to sell. Because every time your home goes up, property tax goes up. And it's forcing people to sell. You go sell, Uncle Sam comes at you again. You go sell, you can't find nothing walking around with $200,000 or $300,000. Like I said, then disability is gonna be like, oh, hold on. You got $300,000? We want some of that. And you're gonna get off disability. They're gonna take you off disability. So what are you supposed to do? They keep getting you as you come in and they keep getting you as you go out. That's why I say you got to start questioning, is it better to rent or is it better to own? Because owning is just so much that goes with it. And there's so many lies that the government's not telling you, that your realtor's not telling you. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to educate you on this. So to make you start thinking. When you're renting, start putting your money somewhere else that's going to help your money grow. Now, a house makes your money grow. You know, the average house in this neighborhood was going up 3%, 3 to 4% going up. My house I had before this, except everybody's trying to move into that neighborhood. I should have stayed there. That house was averaging 16%. Going up every year, 16%. Amazing. You know? But now you're out here, it's like a loop. It's like a loop. So if you're trying to get your first house, your second house, seriously, get with a money management person who's going to show you what you can do with your money. He can show you where your money's going to go compared to a home. Have that person, that money management person, compare a 30-year mortgage compared to 30 years of putting your money away. And I guarantee you he's going to say, where you're putting your money away in something different, you're going to make way more money than the equity that you have in your home. And you ain't got to worry about the property tax. You ain't got to worry about HOA. Okay? Look into that. Because I'm just trying to give you the raw deal, because like a lot of people are not going to tell you about it. You know, that's why I say, is it better to rent or to own? And these days, my opinion, it's better to rent. Because Uncle Sam just keep on taking and taking and taking. And I think HOA is one of the biggest ripoffs. Really. And I think property tax is another ripoff. It's just, they taxing us way too much on everything that we do. So I'm telling you, begging you, get with a money advisor and put those two papers in front of him. A retirement plan or buying a home. Which one will make more money in 20 or 30 years? Watch what he tells you. And the difference between all that, the money that you will make, you're going to make so much money, you have enough money to go out there and buy you another home, buy maybe 2 homes. You know, if you want to do that. Or you use that money to go buy something else. Because your home is supposed to be an asset. And right now, it don't seem like an asset. Okay? Does not seem like an asset. Now you can use whatever money that you got from that money marketing plan to buy you some assets. So that's the thing right there. Do that. Listen to me, please. I'm just trying to educate you on this. Because the realtor's not going to tell you this. Get the numbers, because the numbers don't lie, baby. The numbers don't lie. Like I said, no one told me about this, and I learned about it late. And if you're young, please take this in mind. Okay, if you're young, look at the numbers. Is it better to rent or to own? Okay, so I hope this was okay for you guys, and somebody needs to hear this. Send this video to them, all right? You guys stay amazing, and please do me a favor. Please like it, subscribe, all right? You guys have an amazing day. Peace, y'all.